Michael Parker is live. The Closet Gamer.
We're here. All right. So, session 9. Can't believe that we're almost 10 sessions into this. Last we left off, our merry adventurers were in what looked like a goblin cave that had been raided by gnolls, and now they are trapped in an icebox of sorts. Would any of the players, for a piece of inspiration, like to give a recap of what happened last session? Don't everyone jump at once.
I would like to nominate Chelsea
right now, so I open it to anybody who doesn't have an inspiration point.
I already have inspiration. I didn't use it last session.
See, based on your intro from last time, that was epic.
I didn't really take too many like super good notes. For the most part.
I mean, if you would like, I can run through it pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's probably best to do that.
Something about a bear.
Talking about my bears?
I was. Yes. Your bears were awesome.
Okay. So the session started out, you were still at the Badu Farms, and you had just walked out onto the patio of the main house, observing Manfred Badu about to give a speech. That's when you caught notice of some demonic shadows being cast by the pretty much whole population of the farm. It was kind of freaky, kind of weird, and Manfred went on to give a pretty long, drawn-out speech, basically confessing his ineptitude and terrible deeds that he has done, namely a pact he made with Dilray Partheny, one of the high clerics of Pelor, which basically resigned all of the souls from the Badu Farms to hell, more or less, for plentiful bounty. And he came clean and told you guys that your fates were basically intertwined, and he felt as though whatever mission you were on, even though we didn't really have a clear idea of what said mission was, he just felt that fates were intertwined, and whatever you were doing could possibly help them, and he wanted to help however he could. Long story short, you didn't kill the entire farm like you thought you might, and left on to Windermere the next morning. You traveled for quite a while until you got into the foothills of Garin Hill, at which point you heard some howling, some terrible howling. You followed the howls until you found this cliffside cave where there were a bunch of gnolls and hyenas. You slaughtered them all. At the end of it all, Riley plucked a medallion from the neck of the pack lord and cast you all into an icy shell, where you stand now.
Oops.
In the main room where you battling the pack lord, there was a dark elven man. Dark elven woman who was standing behind the waterfall, trying to stay out of the way as you battled. And that's where you are. Marcus
starts with,
Marcus, you, like I mentioned earlier, had been hanging back with the rest of the party, with Kazak and Razan, and Gilmarie, the priestess of Palor from Duncaster that was heading to Windermere with you. And you stayed back on the trail with Smatters and the cart, the rest of the party, and started to feel a little weird because the rest of the party was taking a lot longer than you felt they probably should. So you started to make your way, and you find yourself here at the base of the cliff, and the ground is scattered with dead goblins and dead gnolls and dead hyenas. It's basically a bloodbath. Clearly your friends have been here and done something horrible. The river to your right flows into a cave, and there is a staircase winding up the cliffside about 50 feet high where you see a door.
Do I see any bodies on the stairway?
There is, I think, one body on the stairway.
Is it? What about in the river?
There are no bodies in the river.
Okay, I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Gilmarie came with you because she didn't feel.
Yeah, stay with me and I'll protect you.
Yeah, she didn't feel like the other two were able to protect her quite as well as maybe you and the rest of the party could. So she's going to be following you.
Okay. Is this door open?
The door is open.
All right. Well, I'm going to go in after them, see more dead bodies.
You're going to see more dead bodies, and directly ahead of you, you see a sheer, shiny wall of ice. On either side of that, there's a staircase heading up and a staircase heading down.
All right. I'm gonna go up.
Heading up, you basically see a room where some goblins were apparently minding their own business and they were slaughtered.
Gerblins. Nothing else up here?
Nothing else up there.
And down.
And heading down the staircase, you see a winch. And it looks like it's hooked up into a pulley system that a rope is dangling from the ceiling connected to the winch and dangling down into a hole where there's also a waterfall pouring down into it. You would assume that is what is feeding the river that's heading out.
I'm not going to, because every goblin and gnoll that I've seen has been dead, I'm not really going to worry too much about like alerting people that we're here. So I'm going to yell down the hole like, hey, anybody down there?
No response from down below. If those of you in the icy cavern would like to roll a perception, anyone that gets a 20 or higher will be able to hear Marcus.
Does the inspiration add a? Does that add a d6 or does it just let you re-roll if you roll crappy?
Inspiration is basically you roll with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Bardic inspiration is when we're like either in combat or doing skill checks. I can help you out by giving you an extra. It's a D8 now, but like inspiration is what Mike gives out. So those are two different things.
Cool. Then I'm going to use my inspiration on this. Hey, yo.
Riley, as you are hanging out in the icy cavern that is now almost unbearably cold, it's dropped dozens of degrees in a matter of minutes. You hear echoing from the frozen pond in the middle of the room. You hear some reverberating voices kind of dancing up through the ice, and you do recognize that as Marcus.
I yell back, Marcus, is that you?
Did you hear something?
Yeah, I thought I
Marcus,
heard a voice or something coming from under the waterfall.
Marcus, you hear the same sort of reverberating voice, almost as though like you were holding your ear onto a metal pipe and someone
Okay.
was talking from very far away, coming from the waterfall
Mhm.
that is really just trickling out at this point. There's very little flow, but you can
Okay.
tell at one point it was a waterfall.
How hard do I think it's going to be just based on an inspection to like go up this tunnel? Do I fit?
You fit, and
Okay.
you think you can probably crawl up there if you try. It's going to be real slippery.
Okay.
You don't notice any ice or anything like that from where you're at. It's just kind of slimy rock. But from where you're sitting, you think you can probably get in there. Now, once you get in there, you don't really know, what it looks like because it's pretty darn dark.
Okay. Whew. Okay. I'm not sure how climbing is going to work for Marcus because, I mean, I'm sort of good at dexterity, but if I could use acrobatics to climb, that would be awesome. But I don't think it's going to quite be acrobatic. What I'm going to do is I am actually. Yeah. I'm gonna cast enhance ability on myself and Gilmery for and I think I get to choose per person. So let me just double check this here real quick. Enhance ability. You can target one additional creature. Okay, so I'm going to cast it as a 3rd level spell on myself and Gilmery, and I'm going to do Cat's Grace on both of us so we don't take falling damage, because that would really suck.
Okie dokie.
And then, so I'm going to spend a spell slot. Okay. And then I'm going to try to climb up the waterfall.
All right. Give me either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
16.
And you have advantage?
I do have advantage, so let me just roll again. So 18, and then I'll turn on advantage for if I need to make another roll.
Okay.
Because the spell lasts for up to an hour.
All right. So you're able to almost walk in to the little cave, bending down really far. The further you get in, you kind of have to get onto your hands and knees. You make it about 6, 7, 8 feet in, and the floor starts to slope up and up and up until it's almost vertical. About 15 feet in, now you are able to completely stand straight up, and you're standing in a vertical tunnel. And you feel a very brisk coldness draft down from above you.
Okay.
You notice that there's no flow of water.
Cool.
And as you look up, you see another sheet of ice.
A sheet of ice. Okay. Well, fuck. Because I'm not going to be able to get through that. So I'm gonna let go and cross my arms King Tut style in front of my chest. And since I know I have advantage on dexterity checks, I'm gonna try and like slide down and then jump off where the winch was, just because I think it'll be rad.
Sweet.
Do you want me to roll to see if I do that or no?
No,
Okay.
you're good.
And then I'm going to go back up to where I can stand to the ice. Back over here. And I'm going to firebolt the shit out of it.
All right. And I'm not going to make you expend that spell slot because I knew it was a fool's errand, but I just wanted to see what you did.
I mean, I was going to try to climb up there and get in, but if it's a sphere, then I'm fucked.
Yeah. We're going to now move over to the icy crew. And yeah, guys, you are standing in your icy bubble. And Riley, you thought you heard Marcus at some point.
Side note, in my notes it says Gail had a kitty sneeze and has inspiration. I've been wanting to say that for a while.
I do remember that.
Kitty sneeze.
It was a good one.
That did happen.
Riley, you said you heard something? You thought it
Yeah,
was Marcus?
it sounded like Marcus, but coming from under the waterfall? I don't
Well, we don't know much about the cave system here, so I wonder if he's maybe outside of this bullshit we've gotten ourselves sucked into.
I mean, we've been a while, so he might have come looking for us.
I wouldn't blame him. Oh yeah, I just remembered too why the hell I had this, like, I had put this, like, sphere of color on me. It's because I'd lit up a flaming sphere at the end last time so that we weren't, like, freezing our asses off.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. I was like, why did I have that on? So, yeah, okay.
That's why.
Well, I wonder if
The
you can get in.
dark elf steps out from around the frozen wall, the frozen waterfall, and looking upon her face, you see dark circles.
Kitty sneeze.
Really, really sallow looking, deep black eyes, and just almost has a crazed look in her eyes. She's wearing little less or little more than rags. And she steps around and says, What have you done? What have you done?
Probably fucked a lot of shit up.
Who are you? Why are you?
What did we
Did
do? Can
Master
you
Red
answer
Feather
that
send
question?
you? Has Master Red Feather sent you?
Excuse me? Who?
I know of no Master Red Feather.
Who are you? Who are you?
We
Anybody
are
want to
adventure-
answer? There you go. I'm like, I'm jamming food in my mouth, or I would have said something.
Sorry, I was taking notes and trying to unmute myself. We're adventurers. Dear friend, hello.
We came this way because we could tell there was some sort of bloodshed happening. Didn't expect what we encountered, and certainly didn't expect what just happened.
Yes.
Can you tell us anything about what we walked into?
This is a goblin cave. Yes, a goblin, and they were nasty things.
Right.
It looks like it was a goblin cave based on all of the goblins we've seen dead.
They stole, and yes, I came to get my things back. Yes. She appears to be almost a raving lunatic. You would remember her as.
Looking
And as
to see
she's
if I have
talking to you,
stuff.
she's pacing back and forth, just kind of looking here and there for presumably things. Yes, the goblins, they stole something from you. Certainly.
No, nothing stolen from us. We just came because we could tell there was some bad stuff happening here. Do you know what the deal is with this ice wall around us, or how to get out of here? Because even if you find what you're looking for, this is a problem.
Curse. It's a curse. Yes, a curse.
Can I cast Detect Magic just to double check on that?
Sure.
do we want? It's a freaking cantrip. So yeah, let's do that. No, it's not. I lied.
It's a first level spell.
I was going to say, I was going to be impressed if you had a detect magic cantrip.
I mean, you can roll Arcana.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because you're fairly certain that this wall is magic as shit.
This wall is a wall.
Back towards the entrance, then, I would like to move my flaming sphere directly against the wall to see if anything actually happens, to try and see if I can go through it, do any damage, so I can move that thing as just like bonus actions.
You so what end of the room are you moving it towards?
That way.
Okay.
Towards where I came in.
All right. So where as you move closer to that end of the wall, you don't notice necessarily that the heat that you are putting out melts anything. It seems to be a pretty steadfast ice.
Okay.
But you do see glinting in the light some carvings in the ice.
Interesting. Anything that we might like? Well, I'll say something like, "Does anybody else see that? Looks like there's something carved into the ice. Does anybody recognize this? And for that matter, would I?" Oh,
This is what you see.
Oh.
everybody sees that, right? Have I been in this ice too long? Okay, thank goodness. Thank you, Lana.
So what you see is a circle with 8 points. And at each point, there is a symbol. One looks like moons, one looks like clouds, one looks like a snowflake, one is a skull, one is a circle with a dot in it, one's a mountain, one's a flame, and one is an ankh. As you also move closer to the ice, you can very faintly see through the ice, even though it's very faint. I mean, you're thinking that the ice is probably a foot thick, based on what you see on the other end, but you see the figure of a person standing on the other side. And Marcus, you also see movement on the other side.
I imagine maybe like a dim light or something.
Yeah.
Even my flaming sphere near it.
Holy shit, what's that?
So they look like opposites across the circle there.
Yeah, we got like sun and moon, life and death, fire and ice, and earth and air is what I'm getting from it.
Definitely does seem elemental. It's elementary.
Is it? Do we just see like one glyph here, or is it repeating throughout the room, or can we tell?
On that side that you're on has that, and then on the other side, on the opposite side, over here, you see this.
Ah. Okay. I've found something, comrades. There seems to be a clue here of some type. It's a bunch of words. It says there are two sisters. One gives birth to the other, and she in turn gives birth to the first. Bring them together, or forever remain cursed. Unite them wrong, perhaps the worst.
Oh shit.
Well then. A dark elf lady. You know what this means?
Does this mean anything to you?
The suns and the moons, they're slaves to the wind, but the stars are beyond his reach. And Karar's harvest will reek of rot and death and pestilence and ash. And yes, the moons and the sun have played this game before.
Holy shit. One gives birth to the other, she in turn gives birth to the first. That sounds like sun and moon kind of stuff to me. You know, they always pretty much follow each other, so kind of giving birth to each other. I don't think any of the other elements would necessarily do that. So like wind gives birth to earth.
Well, I mean,
There is no life without death. There's no death without life. There's no. I mean, it makes sense.
Well, based on the way this reads, it sounds like using that glyph. I don't know if those items are going to move, if we make contact with them, or how it's going to work, but it sounds like we need to bring 2 to the middle, maybe.
what happens if I
Only
touch
2.
the glyph?
How are you touching it?
Press it.
I just want to touch the water one. Like, just, I don't know, just like tap on it.
The ice one?
Yeah, that one.
On
ice.
On the ice?
Yeah.
You touch it, and you feel your hand actually stick. Kind of like Christmas Story, your tongue sticking to a cold pole.
Does it stay stuck, or can I pull it off?
If the pole is cold, I think you're doing it wrong.
Horrible.
You have to pull pretty hard. But as you do, if you choose to pull hard, it feels as though you're actually going to pull some skin off if you want to get your hand off.
Instead of pulling, can I drag my finger?
No.
Can I?
Sounds like you're the glyph master now. Shit.
I touch the fire one with another finger.
How big are your hands, dude?
I have 2 hands.
Oh, that's fair. But
so you're putting your other hand on the fire.
Right.
Oh, this could be awesome.
So
Drag him to the center, see what happens.
So as you do that, like your one hand is on the snowflake, the other.
Hold on. The background gaming is super distracting.
It is really loud.
Yeah.
Matt, is that you?
Yeah, but I thought the mute on my microphone would work, so I just used the in-game.
It just took a minute then. Go on. Continue.
Okay, so you touch the snowflake, and then as your other hand makes contact with the flame, you see just ever so slight amount of blood start to pool in the engravings and start to move towards the center of the glyph.
Does it hurt?
It hurts, but not terribly. I mean, like, think of a shot. Just
Okay.
a little prick.
Jesus Christ.
The blood travels slowly from one tip of the glyph towards the center. And
Towards the base.
the blood meets in the middle.
Okay.
And pools and freezes. And suddenly you feel a warmth. And the ice starts to dissipate.
Ooh.
Almost in a sweeping motion from the other side of the room all the way around.
Oh, shit.
All of the ice forms into a sphere right where the glyph was. And shatters. As it shatters, the pieces of ice fly through the air and then are sucked immediately back and start to form a very large figure.
Fuck.
Well, guys, what's this?
Hey guys, what the fuck?
Oh,
God damn it, Riley.
And it forms into a huge centipede-like monstrosity.
What the
Oh
fuck?
Jesus, fuck!
Large, fin-like wings protruding from its head. There's massive teeth gnashing as it forms. Steam rises from its body, and it's almost as though the scaly hide is made of ice, but from deep within, there's a fire burning within.
No, fuck. I know what this monster is called, and it is not nice.
And roll for initiative.
Well,
Matt Damon.
Oh god, hold on.
wait, that's not right, is it? Is that old initiative?
Yeah, probably. Here, let me clear this initiative. And go ahead and roll again.
Great.
Worse.
Matt crushed it.
Yep, I did worse. That was beautiful.
Rocking and rolling. Way to go, guys.
For fuck's sake.
Oh,
Oh.
could have been worse.
I don't think this is going to be fun, guys.
No.
Okay. Gale of Wind, you are up. You are across the room from this monster. The dark elf crazy lady runs in terror.
Of course she does.
Gilmarie does not necessarily.
I yell over at the dark elf lady, "Thanks for your help." Not.
Gale of Wind, you are up.
okay. This looks really bad, like a thing I need to attack.
Yes,
So
it
that's
does
what we're
not
gonna-
look friendly at all.
All right, so we're gonna move right on up, and I think we're gonna. I'm not sure if it looks icy. I'm not sure how good a sword would be, so I'm just gonna ball up my fist as tight as I can, and we're gonna try and do some martial arts here. So let's see here. At level 6, I get to, whenever I take the attack action, I get to attack twice. So let's start with a 1-2 here. First attack.
20 will hit.
Okay. And so there's that, and then we'll do again.
12 will not hit.
Okay. And as a bonus action, then I'm going to spend a key point and do Flurry of Blows. So I get 2 more of these attacks here.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Get it. Get it.
Nope.
Nope, that one's a miss. And
He said, "Get it."
wow.
No.
I'm going to spend my inspiration point, I think, because I'm kind of worried. It's like I can't believe I'm missing this thing. It's huge. So, I'm gonna try and re-roll that last one.
Maybe you
for
should
it.
stop closing your eyes before you swing.
All right. So do I just roll again, or do I? Oh yeah, because that would be as if I had advantage. So
Yep,
one
just
more.
roll again.
Come on. There we
There
go.
you go.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Right in the face.
So what's the point of attacking 4 times if you can't hit them more than once?
All right. So you unleash a flurry of blows, one right after the other. One hits, connects really well. The other glances off its icy exterior. Another bashes into it, and another glances off its icy exterior. This thing is tough for sure. Gilmarie is quite frankly terrified. She begins to say a little prayer to Paylor, but stops herself because, well, she's not sure if she believes in Paylor anymore. She is going to hold out her hand and send a bolt flying.
Crit.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Holy
Sweet
crap.
flips.
Apparently her questioning of her god has given her some unholy, ungodly strength, and blasts a guiding bolt at this monstrosity for 35 damage.
Too hot.
Hot damn.
And
too hot.
Yeah. Go girl. Riley, go girl.
Got one of those.
Oh boy. I don't like this.
Fair.
I'm assuming this cave isn't very high, right? As far as the ceiling.
It's high enough for a very, very large monster to be in. It's at
That's
least
fair.
It's at least 15, 20 feet tall at its
Oh,
highest.
okay. So I'm just gonna, from right where I'm standing, just launch myself a few feet in the air and use one of my jump casts to dive, not even like downwards at it, just like rocket myself towards it.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna also use Power Surge with this, which means your dexterity check is at disadvantage.
Okay.
On this monster. Yep, that'll do it.
An 18.
Yeah, that'll do it. And so let's see, is that half damage?
Probably.
Probably. I'm just making sure. Yeah, half damage. Okay.
Uh, 15?
Yeah.
All right. You send your halberd slashing into it. You break a chunk of ice off, and from down below, beneath the icy skin, you see fire almost spit out of the wound.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Guys, it bleeds fire. I don't like this.
And now the horrible beast has come to. It's been attacked, and it's still trying to come to with its senses as it forms from the icy walls that entombed you before. You're not sure if you would have rather been entombed or been attacked by this crazy, horrible thing. It whips around its neck and chomps down at Gale.
Oh, jeez.
That's a lot of dice.
Whoa.
Aye.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Unconscious.
It sinks. It opens its jaws to an unfathomable size and just swallows Gale whole. Gale, your vision kind of goes dark. You more or less lose consciousness as it swallows you and it starts slithering you down its neck.
Can I jump up and try to grab his foot and stop him from being swallowed?
Marcus, if anyone could.
Can I see his foot?
You can. He swallows Gale and whips his head back around to look at you because you're next.
I don't
Gale's
like
little
being next.
kitty paw is hanging out of the mouth.
So
Yeah, I don't like that at all. That's not gonna do anything. I had my turn all figured out, and then somebody got swallowed. Yeah, if he's, I don't really know if healing word is gonna do much good. On Gale.
Can you even do healing word on someone that's unconscious?
yeah.
I mean,
so.
if I can see him, I have to be
Yeah,
able to
you're
see
gonna
him.
have
So if his foot's hanging out, I can make an argument that I'm gonna be able to see him.
You can see him.
But I'm not sure healing word is gonna do much good. So being very careful not to shoot at the creature's mouth. Am I in melee range right now? Like, if I step back, is it gonna provoke an attack of opportunity?
He is not able to do that right now because he is occupied with swallowing one of your friends.
Okay, well, I'm gonna step back so I'm not at disadvantage, and firebolt him, and miss like nothing. So.
Yep, that's not going to work. Do you have a cue or anything you want to use?
Yeah.
Guys,
Let me take a look at my cues here real quick because I think that. Okay, so my thing cue is my pan flute. My pan flute is very precious to me, and I can't play it as well as I would like, but it has helped me develop my magical abilities. And I'm going to remember the long journey that we spent together, and I'm going to play a little song that makes me think of Gale, and I am going to try to firebolt this thing because I really need to hit it. And I want to save my friend.
Roll again, sir.
I need to hear that flute to really believe you care.
Ooh,
All right,
better.
story checks out.
That is better than usual, and that does hit.
Yes! 6.
6 damage. The firebolt smashes into the torso of the centipede-like monstrosity and melts away a chunk of its skin.
Does it seem to be more vulnerable to fire damage?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. I just wanted to double check.
Anything else, Marcus?
Yes, I would like to, while I'm playing the song, I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Riley. And what this means is that you can roll it to add to an attack or a saving throw. And since I'm 6th level now, you can also add it to your damage after you hit.
Nice.
And that is a D8. Once within the next
Very
10
cool.
minutes.
I hope this battle doesn't last 10 minutes.
If it does, we're all fucked.
Sunshine.
All right. So what just happened? Did he get out? Okay. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no.
roll.
Gale is still in the throat of the beast.
Ew. Fuckity yuck. So I'm sorry, Brosive. You know what? I'm just going to cast Scorching Ray, which I get to use 3 times. So let's do that. Nope. Doesn't
No.
hit.
That one
That
hits.
better hit.
If Mike said no, I would just suddenly decide that my connection was unstable and just unplug the router.
I would have immediately just started running like, fuck this. I mean, I kind of want to, but I mean, whatever. So that's going to do 8 fire.
8 fire.
And I guess that's going to be it.
How's
Alright.
it look?
One of the scorching rays blasts into the icy exterior of the beast, melts away a portion, and it seems as though the inner flame within the beast melts away the rest of it, and a little flame spits out to meet the scorching ray. The beast looks hurt, but is not doing too bad at this point. Dekath, you are up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see here. All right. Based on the distance I'm at, if I try to back away, am I going to have any problem? Like, is he going to get an attack of opportunity or anything?
No, you're fine.
Cool. So I'll back up a little bit, and what I want to do is Fairy Fire. I figure at least let's make it a little bit easier for everybody else to maybe hit this guy, so long as he doesn't roll and win against my check here.
I love you.
I gotta do what I can.
Fair Fire's tight.
So yeah, I'll cast Fairy Fire from, basically that range. I got up to 60 feet, so that should be more than enough. And it says here what you have to pass a dexterity saving throw. Or excuse me, you have to fail. If you fail it, he's outlined. You know how this works. Fairy Fire is OG, like D&D shit. So
Your bay.
Whoa.
So any creature in the area when the spell is cast is outlined in a light. If it fails, okay. And it fails.
Your safety season.
All right, so now he's glowing in a light of my choice. I'm going to say he's glowing in a nice violet. Yeah, nice violet, nice purple glow to him. And now everybody will have advantage on their attacks against him, as long as I'm concentrating up to this 1 minute. So however many turns that is in game, I guess. Isn't each turn like 5 seconds roughly or something?
Yeah, 5 or 6 seconds.
1 minute is 10 turns.
There you go. So for the next 10 turns, he's glowing and you'll have advantage. everybody who attacks him.
Because some of us need it.
All right.
Well, I feel like some of you will do better with it, and if I can only concentrate on one thing, it might as well be making the rest of the party able to do some damage, because otherwise I'd be concentrating on bringing back my bears or something, and I think this is more beneficial at the moment, so we can just crush this face.
I realized I'm definitely supposed to be closer to it than I was.
Okay. Gale of Wind, make a death save for me, please, and just don't get a crit fail.
Let's see here. Gotta find that on the sheet here. Oh, just click on it one time.
Yep. Pass, a success. Sweet.
Whew, nice. No crit
Give me a
fail.
goddamn heart attack.
All right. So as you've lost consciousness, and you come to just enough to realize that you are slithering down the warm throat. And warm is an understatement. It's downright fucking hot as you start to slither down the throat of the beast. And your movement is completely constricted. You're still completely helpless at this point, but you're starting to at least come to enough to know that you are in peril.
This is definitely some vor shit that I'm absolutely against.
If I were conscious enough, I would agree with you.
And Gilmarie is still in shock from what she did before.
I think we are too.
Can
I
I,
like yell at her.
because I see like what's going on and she's just kind of like,
yeah, I mean, you can yell at her if you want.
I'm just like, hey, get it together. We will talk about this after. Right now, we need you.
And I'm over here like, yo, keep that shit up.
She nods in agreement, and because it worked so well last time, she's just gonna take another guiding bolt and fling it. And hope that shit hits. And it does.
23 better hit.
That shit hit.
And does 12 points of damage. She runs back down the stairs kind of away, so she is not hit. And Riley is up.
Sorry, I made a really bad joke and I'm getting over it. Oh god, okay. I wanna I'm good just gonna take a stab at a swing, what have you, at the it's like it's heart fire area that was like melting off little pieces of itself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you are attacking, you will have advantage due to guiding
Don't forget
bolt.
that.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna kind of try to aim for that general mid area where chunks are kind of melty. Cause yeah,
Melty chunks. 16 does not quite hit. You do have that bardic inspiration.
yeah. I'll add that as a D8, right?
Roll a
Yeah,
D8.
and it does not matter what you roll. You will hit with that.
Oh, okay.
You were probably like one away. Oh, look at that.
Cool. All right.
Add an additional D8 damage.
Sweet. Oh, I'm not typing. There we go.
All right.
Across the board.
So you send your halberd thrusting into the gaping wound that was there, It feels definitely more effective. And you pierce into the beast, and at this point you start to see the icy exterior for almost all over start to almost sweat. It looks as though from every part of its body looks like a popsicle melting in a hot sun.
Does it look like a messed up, melty Sonic popsicle? Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Sure. And as you pull the halberd out of its skin, it swallows down Gale.
Fuck.
Someone cut it in half.
And gnashes its teeth towards Riley.
No.
Slithers upon the ground, gnashing its teeth.
Wait, did it move towards me?
Yes.
Attack of opportunity.
Yup.
Gonna get wrecked.
And you have advantage because of my fairy fire.
Love that shit.
Fuck it up.
That will hit.
Oh,
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Chai boy.
Oh, and don't you get that extra D6
You
on
get
the
the extra
opportunity attack?
D6.
yep, I sure do.
Get all your damage, baby.
I'll take it.
All right. And as it moves towards you, you reach out, finding an opportunity to jab another attack into its
Yup.
horrible melting skin.
Gross.
It begins to heave like a cat would hawk up a hairball.
Good. Wait, is it hairballing a cat?
And it hairballs Gale about 15 feet out. And you see a hairball that is Gale tumble
The
out
fucking
onto the floor.
irony is so real.
Yes, it is. And then it kind of swallows and bites down on Riley.
Bring it.
Holy fuck.
Jesus fuck.
Wait,
Does a 16 hit?
No, it doesn't.
A 16 does not hit.
Whew.
Holy shit.
Eat my non-existent dick, centipede.
It bites down and cracks a tooth on your breastplate and rears back, really pissed off. From the other room, the dark elf appears to join the party.
Great.
Ooh.
And
What?
sends a nasty looking greenish purplish ray across the room, right over Dekoth, right over Gale, right over Riley, and it splats into the beast, and it starts to singe and kind of melt away, but not as though it were a heat melt. It's more of an acidic melt.
Like an erosion.
And the erosion takes hold and starts to eat away at its skin. Marcus is up.
So I saw this Remore kind of hawk up a gale, and I'm very concerned for my friend. So I'm going to take a few steps this way and then look over at Dekoth and be like, Dekoth, Can you handle Gale? Can you help him?
If I'm concentrating on the fairy fire, I'm trying to remember whether or not I can. If healing, I'm just going to click. Oh no,
You
wait,
can
that
cast other spells. You just can't cast other
I
concentration.
can't. Yeah, healing word isn't a concentration spell, right?
No,
Pretty sure, right?
it's not.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can handle that. Do what you got to do, Marcus.
Okay, if you got him, I am going to firebolt him.
Did he forget that you're a cleric? 'Cause I would just walk up and kill him.
Okay, I'm a druid, so I should be trying to heal a little bit too.
So 26 to hit. And 12 damage.
Nice. The
And
firebolt
then
smashes
going-
into his hide, his icy hide, and there's now just a gaping hole where fire is spitting out.
cool. And then I'm going to play a little tune on my pan flute, and I'm going to give bardic inspiration to Sunshine. Like, hit him, Sunshine.
Beautiful.
Nice.
I love it.
So good.
I love it.
Chelsea, that was ridiculous. Seeing your reaction down there, that was intense.
It was just for you.
Don't worry, she loves it.
Love.
Pistol gun,
Don't touch
pistol
me.
gun.
It was so good.
Looks like he's drinking pickle juice.
I'm sorry. Did you just talk shit about pickle juice?
No, but it like gives you a funny look on your face when you drink it. It's got that bitter, tangy thing going on.
Oh, I'll talk shit about pickle juice all night if you want me to.
You want to fucking throw hands?
About pickle juice?
I don't like pickles, period. The only thing good about
Okay,
them is
what?
the smell.
Get out.
Pickles are fucking horrible.
No, I
What?
literally. My favorite.
Pistol guns for Mike. Yeah, Mike.
My favorite is doing a whiskey shot with a pickle juice back. Shit is delicious.
Good God. Like, I don't even like whiskey, and that sounds insulting to whiskey.
It's insulting
There's
to
your
me that
sound
your
effects
face
for-
exists.
There's your sound effect for hawking up a gale.
All right, Sunshine, you're up, and Pickles, man, Pickles.
Pickles.
Pickles. Tommy Pickles. What?
It's like commie pickles.
Tommy Pickles, like Rucker. Commie Pickles.
Yeah, pickles are for commies.
In
Oh.
Soviet Russia, pickles eat you.
Oh, God.
In Russia, we have many pickles.
Holy shit.
Oh, boy. Well, here we are.
We freeze them like popsicle.
It wouldn't be our Friday night D&D with a little bit of sidetracking nonsense. So, yeah, this
No,
this is
it's
what
never
people are
D&D
tuning in
with
for, you know?
Sidetrack? Nah.
Okay, I realized that Ryan had muted it. So I think what I'm going to do is what do I have? I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Ooh, you're gonna go up and touch that motherfucker?
Yep. Because he's not that he's not that close, so I can like move 5 feet and then like move back. So can you not?
I mean, you could, but he'd get an attack on you.
Oh well. Here we are. I already rolled it.
Yeah,
Jokes that made, can't take it back.
10's not gonna hit.
I thought it was the 20.
Nope, it's a one.
Do you have a
my
cue
balls.
you want to use that might help?
She has
Have
advantage
expert.
with Fairy Fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
she does have fairy fire. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
20
does hit.
hits.
20 does.
I was
hit,
like,
yeah.
wait a second. I was very confused. What am I
I
over
know,
here concentrating for? Jeez.
Guys, I know what I'm doing.
I'm doing my stuff,
I just
guys.
stand there off to the side like,
for nothing.
Ooh, holy cow.
Yep.
Ouch.
Yeah, inflict wounds is fucking mean.
I know, that's why I did it.
You lay your hands on this beast and your hands freeze to it. But you send
My paw.
such, yeah, your little kitty paws send so much necrotic energy into it that that it melts away the ice right beneath you, and you're able to pull your hands away. And this centipede beast is not feeling well at all.
Good, fuck that guy.
Necrotic is serious shit. That's awesome.
Dekoth.
All right, so I'll go ahead and I'll cast Healing Word on Gale.
Yeah, you will.
Gonna cast that. I'm gonna step it up and just go full blown level 3. See if I can't try to really hook it up. That's cool. That's a level 3. Oh, that hurts. Oh wait, is
Are you
that
sure
5
that's
and
level
8?
3?
Is that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
5
it's
and
13.
8. So
Okay,
13.
good.
Oh.
I was looking at that. I went, why is there a 5 and then an 8? I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
I got
it's a
super
level 1
confused.
spell, so I guess did it increase the die and roll
Yeah.
it twice then?
Yeah, so it's 2. It rolls 2 additional d4s. So it's
Oh, okay.
1 d4 plus your wisdom, and then 2 additional d4s.
That makes sense.
Plus your
So it actually
wisdom
worked
did
out
twice.
pretty decently, so not too bad. So cool. Yeah, 13. So I'm just concentrating, doing my thing, and then I'm like, bloop. So I blooped. I'm good.
I love that your healing word is actually bloop.
I like that word. I'm sitting there and I'm like focusing on the fairy fire, and I'm just like, bloop. That's how I heal.
And so, Gale, you have been flung from the maws of this beast. You tumbled out onto the floor, half conscious, and then you just hear echoing in your mind, bloop, 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 bloop. And you feel a warmth from within you, and a strength build within you, and you're able to get up onto your little cat paw feet and act. And it is your turn.
Okay. See, I'm trying. It's like, whoa! I've got this blooping in my brain. This isn't where I was standing before. I feel like I've missed something. I smell really bad, like pickles or something. And let's see here. I see
You
that
were
there's.
my beautiful magical boy, and now you are rude.
Let's see. I'm not sure what I'm gonna try here. Let's see. I'm looking at it, and I can tell that it's been damaged quite a bit at this point. Let's see. I'm trying to decide if Gale would have learned from this, or if he's gonna, because I feel like I would want to be cautious, but on my character sheet, his flaw, he's not a cautious character. So fuck it. We're gonna this time we're gonna go katana and come in for the for an attack here.
Nice.
Got an advantage because of the fairy fire, and I get to attack twice. So I'm gonna try a horizontal cut first on him and see how that does.
Yep.
And I'm gonna follow that up with a horizontal cut.
That one will not.
All right, and then I'll use my bonus action to follow up. This time again, we're going a little bit less cautious this time, so we're busting out the claws here. So we're gonna just do my for bonus action. We'll do a martial arts attack here with the claws out.
25 will hit. And
My boy.
5. Nice.
Oh yeah, claws.
Right. So your blade cuts into the ice that is almost water at this point. It's almost as though this thing is just a waterfall melting into a puddle below it. There's steam just puffing off in every direction. Then you send a claw in and take a chunk of ice out. It screeches in horror. Gilmery.
I yell over to her, "Hey, take this thing out! Fucking get it!"
Holds out her hand and she sends in front of her apparates a massive claymore, smashes, it flies through the air right over Marcus's shoulder and pierces, sticks right into the beast for 8 points of damage.
You fucking wrecked it.
And Riley is now up.
Sweet.
Fuck it up.
I'm-
Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
I really-
fuck it up.
I really just trying to cut this fucker in half. Real hard.
Ugh.
That's not going to do it.
But do I maybe? No. Nope. Nope. It's just not going to do it.
Yeah, so you fling your
Nope.
halberd towards it, thinking
Even-
that you're going to make a sweet chop into it, but instead you're just swinging into a mass of steam.
I thought it was there and it wasn't there.
It happens to everyone.
And
that's true. All of us deal with that.
And in a final, just it's trying to grasp onto life. It again swings its neck around and bites down at Riley. 16 does not hit Riley, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Once again, bites down onto the chest plate, cracks another tooth, screams, pissed off that it can't kill another character.
Maybe it should stop trying to fight Riley.
Maybe.
Can't help it.
And-
It just looks so delicious.
When do we start calling it toothless now? Like the dragon.
Get out of my house.
And the drow that's in the other room falls to her knees and starts to chant something. You can't really tell what it is. And Marcus is up.
All right. So Marcus is feeling a little strange about this whole fire magic thing. So he's gonna take out. I'm gonna take out my longbow, and I'm gonna take aim and shoot at the remora. And it's not gonna.
A 15 will not hit.
It's not gonna hit. That sucks. But you know what? I am still gonna do something because I am able to bardically inspire one of my friends. So Riley, I know that I saw you hit the steam last time. So I'm going to bardically inspire Riley so that she can hopefully take this thing out next time around.
Here's hoping. If it doesn't get taken out first. Oh man, that's my new theme song.
I mean,
Chelsea,
I work for you.
Just wonderful. And Sunshine.
It's more metal if you don't practice.
That's fair.
Okay, I'm gonna do inflict wound again.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh, hold up. Yep.
Oh,
nice. Jesus Christ.
Sunshine ain't
I want
fucking
you-
around
yeah.
tonight.
No, I walk up and I like. So how tall is this thing?
20 feet?
Okay, so I'm about 6 feet tall. So like in dragon organs, where would I be close to?
In what?
In like dragon, where would I be closest to?
Probably
where centipede organs?
the gallbladder, the top of the stomach.
If it was proportionate to human.
Right. Okay, so I just like go up, raise my paw, and like slap it. Slap it. Slap it.
Pink belly.
I pink belly it.
You slap this motherfucker, and as your paw makes contact, a black, like a black streak in every direction on its body shoots out, and it just evaporates into steam, the whole thing.
Steam burn. Steam burn.
And you are now in a room that is foggy. It's like a steam room. You start to hear as the waterfall starts to flow again. And you stand now alive.
Whew. Man.
Oh boy.
Good job, team.
Go Team Venture.
Oh. Gail, you look a little worse for wear. I'm glad you came back out of that thing's throat.
Meow.
Can I heal him?
Yeah, you can. Of course. You silly.
Cool. I'm gonna heal him.
Do that shit.
I'm gonna go up to Gale. Oh, I only have cure. Hold on. I have mass healing word.
Just do cure wounds, but do it.
How much are you down at this point, Gail? Or I mean, Chris in this case, because I wouldn't ask Gail how many hit points he's down.
Right.
Don't be that guy.
It looks like I'm down 26.
Hashtag metagame.
On a scale of 1 to
Hashtag
39.
Fuckers.
On a scale of 1 to 39, I feel like 26 points low. Yeah, I thought your life was up there at least a little bit there. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do this at least. I'm going to cast it twice, but I'm gonna give you like basically a good fucking handful of berries. Here's 20 berries, which each one will give you like 1 HP back. So there's 20 HP for you.
You're gonna be full as shit.
Yeah, enjoy those berries. They're delicious. They're the They're just the bee's knees of berries. Like,
He's gonna have a
Love
tummy
this.
ache when this is over.
yeah, there you go.
They're
Like,
delicious, delicious, and I'm gonna have this like vicious sugar buzz.
yeah.
Right.
Plus,
Cats
if you
usually
spit it
throw
all,
up
it's
when
gonna
they
be
eat too
like
much.
bluish purple the entire time because like just those berries, man. They
You ever
good.
eat a whole pint of cotton candy ice cream?
You're gonna have the you're gonna have mad shits later, dude.
Gross.
It might be a little bit of a diuretic. I haven't really looked into that. Sorry.
So, side note, congratulations, guys! You just killed a CR11 beast. That was
Hot damn.
that was pretty.
You know,
that was
I have a feeling had we done that glyph puzzle correctly,
It's very
we probably wouldn't have had to fight that, huh? Like, I just get this sneaking suspicion.
Yup.
Probably. But you know, we did it for the XP.
Somebody had to touch it. Like, I turned to
No,
Riley
okay.
and I'm like, Riley, don't touch things next time.
Hey, no one told me not to. And
Yeah.
my instinct is just to
Riley's who got
touch
you
it and
into
try
this
to
in the first
fix
place,
it.
just yanking the amulet off of the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I just dug us deeper. I dug us so deep that we came out of it. That's what. That's what.
That
Full circle.
Ryan was like, maybe I should have touched sun and moon instead of the fire and ice. Like, I feel like that probably would have been a better outcome. And I was like, fuck. You're so right.
So right.
Yeah, and
Oh.
actually, sun and moon was the correct answer to the puzzle.
Yeah.
Called it.
Made sense.
Yeah, well. What's more fun though?
Crushed it.
Nailed it.
Definitely almost having Gale die is way more fun and also heartbreaking and also gave me a heart
Well,
attack. so.
see, Ryan, like, if we would have rolled correctly, it still would have formed, but then it would have been your friend. It would have been your new ice giant friend who listened only to you because you did the puzzle right. It would have been amazing.
Well, now it's dead.
Oh, shit.
So
Who wins?
who wins?
Look, I win no matter.
Look, I win no matter what.
Twice.
Go me. I'm so proud of me.
Just doing it for the XP. There it is.
Say, this water's is flowing,
That's all
right?
I
It's
need.
not frozen anymore.
Yes, that water is flowing.
All right, I gotta take a dip here and wash off whatever was
Gross
inside of that thing.
centipede saliva.
Which is surprising about
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Pickles.
so you
Good
jump
call.
in there
Fuck off.
and Gale, as you jump in, you feel kind of a suction downwards, and if you don't want to be swept downwards, you will need to make an athletics check.
Great.
Can I go help him?
Oh,
Yeah, you're
He
fine.
needs it.
So as you jump in, you don't quite expect it to be as deep as it is, but it is very deep, and there is a suction downwards, but you have the wherewithal to kind of grab onto the edge and not get sucked down.
that's good. I'm gonna warn the
Yeah.
I'm gonna warn the others not to come join me swimming without holding on to something. I'm gonna let them know that there's this is deeper than it looks.
The bonus is that the rushing and sucking sensation. I shouldn't have said that. God damn it. The rushing of the water on your body really cleans you off, and you really feel really clean.
Awesome.
You're gonna have to edit that out in post.
He
Maybe
said it, it's canon.
the sucking sensation.
Like 20 sessions from now, it'll be like, hey, Gail, you remember when that waterfall was all sucking and everything like that? It'll just come back up, I'm sure.
You remember. Oh, I'm writing it down. That's what we're doing.
Make sure you do the normal Chelsea thing to it and somehow alter it further.
I'll edit that in post. I'll give myself time to come up with the joke. It'll be fine.
So can we see okay in here? There's not like a whole bunch of steam.
No, it quickly dissipates. For a second, it was like a steam bath, but it's dissipated.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk. Am I unmuted? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So I'm gonna walk up to Gilmarie and be like, "Hey, girl, you okay?"
I don't know. I prayed to someone that wasn't Palor, and it was effective. And
Yeah.
I don't know what to think right now.
Okay. I like put my paw on her shoulder, and I'm like, if you need to talk, I'm here. However, I know you're probably gonna want to be alone for a little bit, so I'll give you your space, but just know that I'm here if you need to talk. Even if you want someone to just listen and not say anything, I've been there. So
I thank you. I don't think now is the time, but I would like to explore this further with you.
absolutely. And I give her a little nuzzle.
Oh, she holds out her hand, unsure of what to do, and scratches the bridge of your nose with her index finger.
Yep.
Because that's what she's done in the past with kitty cats.
I start purring. Nailed it.
Your dark elf friend emerges from the other room, looking even more sallow, even more run down than before.
Can we
And
run
just
up to her and be like, "Hey, yo, fuck you"?
Looks at you.
Does she look sick?
She doesn't really look sick, more than just demented.
Does she look sick enough to see a doctor?
Not a doctor, and psychiatrists don't really exist in this world, but if there were psychiatrists, you'd probably want to probably send her there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna scream because I already moved and I'm lazy. I'm gonna scream, "Hey, what the flip was that?"
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So look, like I know that I kind of set this all off, but what the fuck? What exactly just happened?
Oh, followers of Igniltith, they hold curses. They bring curses
I'm
wherever
sorry,
they
who
go.
followers of who?
Igniltith.
Can you
Certainly
spell
you
that
know.
real quick?
As long as you clean it up
Igniltith answers to the wind. Igniltith answers to the strong. Yes. Next Fithria, the strong winds will blow and give rise to Igniltith's children. Yes, and this is just a taste. This was just a taste. Igniltith will come.
Okay, someone else try, because I can't handle crazy right now.
You can handle a giant frozen centipede that bleeds fire, but you can't handle this.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't understand this.
Yeah, I don't know what we do with this lady. I mean, we've kind of done what we came here to do, but I don't know what we do about this situation.
I'm calling the police. Can we just kind of bounce? I don't like her, and we're not getting anywhere with her.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Anyone have any opposition to that?
We slowly start to back away. That's cool. That's
Super neat.
sweet.
Awesome.
We're gonna super get the fuck out of here.
So as you start backing away, she reaches in her pouch, and
Wait, did she do it real quick?
she does it
I
really
point my
quick.
halberd at her real fast. Like, what the fuck are you
Draw
doing?
my bow as well.
My claws are extended. Really useless.
She
Better than that, though.
reaches into her pack and
I've
she pulls something out, gripped in her hand and holds it out.
What is it?
Well, since everyone else seems to be at the ready, I guess I'll be like, okay, and I'll put my hand out to see what she's going to hand me. Hopefully it's not like a ye olde grenade.
Ye old holy hand grenade.
Hate you.
Dekoth is dead.
She makes eye contact with Dekoth, and she smiles this wicked, weird smile, and she says, "The Demon King reigns between heavens and earth, and Master Redfeather promised to help. He promised to cleanse my mind, and promised to banish Igniltith, and he sent me for this. 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 Here." And she hands you
Shit.
Dekoth, are you okay?
Ew.
hands you
Oh,
this.
Well, unless this piece of paper somehow curses me, I think I'm okay.
And
Can you do an Arcana check?
what you're holding in your hand appears to be a map of a city with scrawlings on it.
Yeah, it does.
Just
That is
all sorts
creepy.
of scrawlings.
Holy shit. That right side. Did they see me? Did they see me? Did they see me? Did they see me?
Oh, fuck that.
Have you guys seen
there's-
like the number
They know you
23?
are alive. Oh my god, yeah. This is creepy, dude. Well done.
Like this.
Did they see me? Did they see me? Did they see me? Did they see me? Oh fuck.
Hell.
Oh, I saw that too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The answer
Okay.
is in the darkness.
See you later.
Where is this Master Redfeather who sent you here for this?
Master Redfeather's in Windermere. I'm from Windermere. I came from Windermere, and Master Redfeather's in Windermere.
If he sent you for this, why are you giving it to me? Did you want me to give it? Did you want us to give it to Master Redfeather for you?
Master Redfeather didn't send you?
No. As we told you earlier,
Dude.
Then why
we
you
are
here?
simply adventurers, and we came here because we saw that there was some sort of conflict occurring here.
We did it for the XP, yo.
Yeah, I can't lie, so there was no point in me trying to lie right there. So, yeah, we were not sent by him, but if we can help you, considering you seem to need help, yeah, we're headed there anyway.
Does anybody have like cure disease or lesser restoration?
I don't think that's gonna help her. I think she just cuckoo.
I have dispel magic. If there's something doing this to her, maybe magically. I don't know if that would help, but
You don't think that is probably the case. You think
yeah,
that
seems
her
right.
mind is lost to something.
Is she broken?
She
I'm
is,
curious how she's going to react to my honest explanation about how we are not sent by the person she thought we were sent by.
certainly Master Redfeather would say that he would send someone that was not coming. Yes, you know Master Redfeather. Certainly you know Master Redfeather. Yes, Kieran. Kieran is yes. Mr. Elderwin. He would be the sneaky type. Yes, he would.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Elderwin. Yes, the Master Redfeather. Yes, you would know him. Of course you would. Yes, no reason why you would be here otherwise.
Shit.
Yeah, I assume you're checking your notes, but is that just similar to another name, or is that a name we've heard, guys?
We have not heard that name.
No, I wasn't.
You have not heard that name.
Okay, good. Okay, I must just be thinking something somewhat close.
Lyra, who is not here tonight, but is with you and did not participate in the fight. But Lyra does indeed recognize that name.
All right. Well, I will leave you to. We will leave you to believe what you believe. But if you want this given to Master Redfeather, we're headed to Windermere, and I'll make sure this gets passed off then for you.
Yes, I cannot return to Windermere. Cannot return. Cannot go. Hell is there. Yes, I cannot return. I cannot go. I am on a pilgrimage. I must continue my pilgrimage. I must find more. Yes. Please bring this back to Master Redfeather. Please. Yes, please.
What do you need to find more of?
More text, more books, more text, more scrolls, more words, more maps, more blood, more ink, more. Yes, more.
Where can't you go back to?
Windermere. They're looking for me. They know. They saw me. They will see me. They will know I'm there. They will find me. They will send me to the lethal chamber. They will send me. They will kill me, and they will send me, and they will know I am back.
The bad people?
Oh yes. Followers of Igniltith. They're everywhere. They're everything. They are Windermere.
Can I roll history or religion to see if I've heard of Igniltith? Have I heard of that?
You can certainly try.
I'm also going to do that.
It would be a religion check.
Okay. I don't have very good religion, but I'm going to try it. I don't know. I've never heard of that person
Marcus,
before.
that sounds crazy to you. Riley, it sounds crazy to you. Sunshine, it doesn't necessarily sound crazy to you, but it is not any deity, any being that you have ever heard of in the pantheons. Same with you, Dakoth. If you have a Q, you can try and get better than that.
I have inspiration still.
You can use that as well.
And then I just roll again, right?
Yep.
That was a waste.
No. Nope. You think maybe this lady belongs to some weird cult, or belong to some cult. There's several cults across Auchendale that believe in some weird shit, and that's probably just what you think this lady's into.
Can I ask her who she follows? Like, I know it's Mr. Elderwin and Master Redfeather, but like, who do they worship?
It sounded like those were the same person.
I used to follow Igniltith. Used to found the truth, found the demons, found the evil, I found. Oh yes, I found it. Yes, they did not like what I found, and they kicked me. They banished me. They sent me, and Master Redfeather brought me in, told me there are better things, more important things to find, and yes, that's why I'm here. More important things to find.
What are you searching for? We already asked that. More books, more text, more ink, more blood.
Yes. Text, books, ink.
Goofy. Yeah. Okay.
Can I? Okay. I don't think we're getting anywhere with her. Like anywhere
Do you
else.
feel like do you feel like you could find your way out if you wanted to? Okay.
Yes, the door's that way. I may be lost, but I am not stupid.
Okay, but does she actually point the right way
to the door?
Yeah, she points. Yeah, she does. She points right down towards where the door is.
The door is that way. She's pointing towards one of the cave walls.
So I'm going to bow and thank her. And then I'm gonna. We're gonna leave. We're gonna be on our way. I appreciate you giving us this scroll. And we will get it to Master Redfeather.
Yes. Yes, he will appreciate it. He will be very happy.
Thank you. And then I think we should bounce out.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Howdy.
Thanks. All right. She's gonna kind of sink back into the back room there and again fall to her knees and start mumbling words as you guys leave.
I mean, she's just crazy, right? We don't think she's like casting spells.
I think she's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
you
just
think
crazy.
she's fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if I had something that I thought would help her, I would try to like cast a little spell, but none of my spells are going to help crazy.
Okay. Does anyone have anything that they want to share while we are not out on the road?
Share? No.
Okay.
Something that we need to tell the group?
Yeah, yeah.
You're really
Guys,
struggled there for a second.
Marcus has been having some trouble recently. He's been feeling attracted to plants. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna break this to you guys.
Attracted to plants?
No, I'm just fucking with you. I have no idea.
Wait, does that have to do with vegans?
What's a
No.
vegan?
What's a vegan?
Smatters and I are in a relationship, an open relationship. Are we confessing things?
When we
Means also
arrived
believe
here,
in
gnolls were
veganese.
killing all of the goblins. You probably didn't see that, Marcus, considering by the time you got here, we had wrecked their shit, but you probably saw some dead gnoll bodies.
I did. You guys like wrecked face.
Riley did.
Yeah, you should have seen Riley. Like, Riley was badass in that fight.
I heard about it.
Oh shit, sweet flips.
Team Sweet Flips.
Hit me.
Matt, did you have anything
Do you have a deep dark secret?
by chance?
That's coming to mind specifically.
Messenger. Earlier. Several days ago.
I don't remember what he said.
Wait, was this?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank at the moment.
The letter you
I-
found? Do you remember
Was
that?
a letter?
I don't know. I don't remember a letter.
Okay, I'm gonna share this then.
Did he like actually give us?
Guess I should have like put it on my equipment so I definitely remember. Because I'm sure if you threw it up in front of me, I was probably like, oh yeah, there it is.
It's under your name.
Oh, well that, that's pretty good.
If you go- if you-
Baron's
you go-
note.
Do you remember that thing?
What thing?
No, I don't remember this.
Oh, okay. Well,
No.
come on. My
I would definitely share this with the group. Yeah, this is something that I would want them to be aware of.
Okay, can you share it for the class then?
I'm trying to.
I mean, he could probably read it. Can he see it right now?
I can see it. It's under my items. It's a decent sized little note here. Yeah, I mean, I imagine in the situation itself, I would probably more likely read it to a group than say everybody pass this around and look at it. So basically, it's a note that was written directly to me, not necessarily by name. So it starts out, Druid, I watched you on the farm. Your connection with nature is evident, and I sense your devotion to Ilana is perhaps greater than even mine. As I'm sure you've noticed, Auchendale's flora is under immense threat. I cannot say how I know this, but it is not only the blight you see that threatens the land. It is not only the lengthening of days either. Listen well, Druid. The heavens are at war. Forces much greater than those of mere man are at work, greater than the gods themselves. The pantheon is in turmoil and gods have fallen. There is no line between good and evil in the heavens. Your mission, whatever it truly is, holds more importance than you know. We three brothers wish you well. We ask just one thing of you, Druid. Take these seeds. When you arrive in Windermere, plant them in the spot most corrupted by death. Pray to Alona that they may grow into a beacon. Do this, and maybe our lands will once again be verdant and bountiful. Yours truly, Varen Grisho, something like that. It sounds like that's one of the dark elves from the farm, right? The three brothers
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, and I've got a little pack of seeds. But yeah, they've given me this.
Oh god.
So yeah, there's some seriously major shit going on, everybody. Like more so than we even expected, more so that we've seen, and is certainly bigger than all of us.
If you get a chance, Mycicle, can you actually put that in my thing so I can put it in my notes?
Yeah, so I have shared it with all of you. If you go into the player journals under Matt's name, there's an item called Varen's Note.
There it is.
There it is. Dakath, are you going to have any trouble keeping those seeds dry?
It shouldn't be a concern. I think I can do that.
Cool.
Damn, we are in something insane, guys. Holy shit.
I mean, what else is it beyond the blight, beyond the war between the heavens? Isn't that enough?
Of course, it's not enough.
I
And
mean,
it's all somehow tied to each other.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Have you ever played D&D ever?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't, so I have no idea.
Sass train. Whoa.
Have you ever met me?
I mean, I should have
No.
expected. No,
Technically,
not-
no.
not
That's
in real-
right. Yeah. I mean,
Not in real life. No.
I mean, we need to remedy that situation, but no.
We decided next year at Gen Con. Everyone.
I know.
Make it happen.
I know. Oh, it's happening.
Oh
we
yeah.
might just have, addressed the situation in this campaign by then. It'll be great.
I've got a space where we can play live.
This situation.
Shashashong. Okay. So you are deep.
Off we go.
You are deep in the foothills of Auchendale, also known as Garen Hill,
Deep in them hills.
and you make your way back out to the main road. Smatters sees Sunshine and rears up back on his hind legs and lets out the most joyful whinny as he sees Sunshine is okay.
I run up and I grab his neck and give him little smooches.
And his amazing hair glints in the sunlight and almost blinds you as the bright Auchendale sun shines off of his muscular back. He's so happy to see you. He's happy to see everyone else too, and rightfully so. You were gone for a long time. It is late in the afternoon. The sun is still beating down pretty terribly. You have a very long journey ahead of you. 125, 130 miles ahead of you is Windermere on on the Heroes Road. So,
Doesn't Marcus have some crazy
Thing.
thing to move faster or more?
We move 1.5 times normal speed because of my Bard College.
That's it.
Yep, and Smatters is also very maneuverable.
The
very
raddest
quick
horse on the planet.
with his awesome shoes. So you make great time, but I mean it's still 130 miles. So you've got a few days ahead of you on the road. The road is still just littered with crap. Either side has the blight spreading from either side. A day or so goes by, you make camp, you get a good night's rest, a long rest, if you will. Wake up, you have a great meal, you don't encounter anything horrible. Eventually you make your way to a crossroad. The crossroad is a little path heading southward. There's a sign that says Stattersfield, and then the other direction points towards Windermere. At this point, you are about 70 miles away, which at your current pace is a very long day or two, like one long, very grueling day or two normal days on the road. And same goes for Stattersfield. If you would like to go to Stattersfield, you also can do that. You do notice that the trampled ground that has been left by the army ahead of you splits off in either direction. So one heads towards Windermere, one heads towards Stattersfield. And you would also know, Marcus, that heading down towards Stattersfield sends you towards Hull Cove as well. There is a little known path between Stattersfield and Hull Cove. So there is that option as well.
I mean, we're on the road to Windermere. Everything's pointing us that way. I think we should go to Windermere.
Yeah, do we have a reason to go to Stattersfield?
Sounds like the main reason is the fact that it sounds like some of the army went down there. So if it's anything like Duncaster, they might be going there to fuck the place up.
I mean,
So it comes down to that is, given the size of the mission, it seems like we should stay on the road to Windermere, but at the same time, we're literally saying, fuck it.
If they're a few days ahead of us and they went down that way, we could beat them to Windermere.
Well, they split off. Some of the army went to Windermere, some went to Stattersfield, it looks like, based on the path.
Correct.
Yeah, but that's still like... Which I'm cool with.
Yeah, less is.
Less is more. What?
Well, I'll follow what the group decides. Seems like either way, there's some obvious pros and cons. But Windermere is kind of our destination point.
I vote Windermere.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Gail, do you have thoughts?
Oh, and be right back.
I'm always curious to see a new place, but they're both going to be new places, so I think we don't have a reason to go to Statusfield right now, I guess. So I'd vote Windermere.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. So, do you plan on pushing hard towards Windermere in a day or taking 2 days?
Can we make it like a day and a half?
So, I mean, if it's a day and a half, you're still going to have to rest. So what I'm saying is the difference between 24 hours and 36 to 48 hours.
Riley's kind of okay with either one.
I think maybe we should think about pushing it, but I'd understand, especially with Smatters and our priest, that maybe we don't want to push it.
I wouldn't mind resting and training a little bit because I just got eaten, and that's kind of rattled me. I thought I was a little quicker on my reflexes than that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Gilmarie. There it is. Yeah. For the benefit of the group, let's take 2 days.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, taking your time a little bit proves to be very beneficial. You feel very rested, even though you're out on the road. This is nothing compared to what you've been subjected to in the last several days. You are traveling, you're hearing the chimes of the Brotherhood of Istis. So it's not as though there's doom and desolation heading ahead of you. You're not quite sure why the Tower of Istis was destroyed in Duncaster, but it doesn't seem like the other towers on the Heroes Road have been destroyed. Because you are hearing chimes, which is great for you. You know that you are probably about the night that you camp out on the road. It is about the 24th of Avriel. Heading into the 25th of Avriel. Go ahead and make general intelligence check, all of you, just to see.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
Sunshine and
on, Riley.
Marcus. Yeah. No better. Sunshine and Marcus. Sunshine, partly because you were out on the boat and you picked up a few things from the sailors, and Marcus, because you were a sailor at one time, you know that Fithria is upon you in a couple days. So you're here on the 24th of Avriel. Fithria, which you know as the time when one of the moons is full and one of the moons is new. and each month that rotates between Fistula and Fithria. So it's either new moon, or full moon, new moon. And this month it's going to be full moon and new moon.
I feel like instead of being on a boat, that the reason I would know that is because my goddess is the moon goddess.
That
Just
that is also
clarifying
true.
it.
That is also
Kinda-
true. And you know that there's significant superstition surrounding the positions of the moons. And Fithria represents opposition and supernatural dominance. You also know...
Wait, can you say that one more time? I'm sorry, I was writing.
Fithria represents opposition and supernatural dominance. You also know from your conversation with the crazy dark elf that she said next Fithria, the strong winds will blow and give rise to Igniltith's children.
And give rise?
Yes.
That's not how you spell that. That's fine.
Igniltith. It is.
Fuck, I spelled that so wrong.
I'm sure you did. It is ICH apostrophe NILTITH.
That's a drow god. Just based on the spelling. I mean, Marcus doesn't know that, but Rick does.
Sure.
Okay.
And that's gonna be like in 2 months.
No, that is like in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
One whole
Yeah.
day, dude.
No biggie.
That'll probably be fine.
That's
Real
like
quick,
right now.
can we go back to what the other one was called?
Fistula.
That sounds dirty.
And you know that these are named after the wizard who is credited for creating the calendar of the world, basically. His name was Fistulo Fithria.
My
And
spelling is on one tonight.
And Fistula, Fistulia.
Oh, not fistula.
Maybe that
That's-
sounds less dirty.
Fistulia.
Fistulia.
It just reminds me of Pastelio.
Now it sounds
and Dinner
closer
Sam.
to saying Fist Julia. Like it's just that much closer.
I
It's getting
love-
weird.
Love fisting Julia.
No, I'm-
Julia's a champ.
Julia.
I mean, with enough lube and determination, anything is possible.
Or a dildo.
Or a dildo.
Now you just made it weird.
Ryan said it
I love
first.
that to
Weird?
this day, there's never been an X card.
Yeah. True. It's quite true.
That was just
Yes.
Mike covering his bases.
Yep, I
Always
know,
gonna see why.
guys. I don't know what you're into.
That was just him being
Apparently,
like, all right,
everyone
guys,
King shame me
Apparently
in my own house.
this is a safe space. No judgment. We're all unique, valuable people.
And also fucking
love and respect each
fist
other.
Julia.
And if there's anybody you ever meet named Julia, she's a kinky bitch.
The girl I was.
God damn it.
No, you have to tell us. You can't start the story and not tell us.
Anyway, Fistulia.
Hi, viewers. I hope you're enjoying.
Chelsea has a story about fisting Julia that she's not going to share.
We both just know people who are named Julia
Yeah.
on like a personal level.
Like fisting personal?
No, not quite. That
Personal enough to where Chelsea's commentary was less an exaggeration and more an experience. Like enough lube, anything's possible. Like you were a bit too quick with that, Chelsea.
Oh, that's
Bit
my
too
life motto.
Ah, well.
And at least
There
not
you
the fisting part.
I was gonna say Ryan. Damn, man, damn.
Oh no.
Uh,
Ew.
So
Ew.
plastic sheets when you guys come for Gen Con.
Oh my god.
oh, I'll come for Gen Con.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pee.
I think we're all gonna come for Gen Con.
Oh.
These are the rails, and we are like way over there.
Yeah, are we even still in, you know,
Ouchindale?
and yeah, Ouchendale even at this point? Like I think we are gone.
Oh my god.
I was getting information for notes and y'all made it weird.
Here's the rails. Here's the
Says Lube Girl.
For those of you playing the home game, some random guy, we have no idea who he is, just came out with his shirt off.
Oh, I don't even know who that is either. Like just some random dude just walked through my house. No, that's my friend who was upstairs playing Last of Us. They're finally heading out. And I just gave him a quick recap real quick about Fist Julia and Chelsea's life motto. And I think he felt the need to do that.
It's a good life motto, man.
All right.
Can I get more about this
Anyway,
backstory, please, about the other one?
Back to the
Yes.
topic at hand.
Fistulia
Hands.
is linked with good fortune and rebirth.
Okay.
And Fithria is supernatural
Opposition
dominance.
Opposition and supernatural dominance.
You know, like fisting.
I mean, somebody's getting dominated.
So, and maybe this should have been prior to the conversation of whether you were going to push through to Windermere in a day or 2 days. Who just rolled dice? Yeah, so you are, as you left the cave, you were in the 23rd of Avril. So, if you travel and push it, you can get to Windermere by the end of the 24th. Or you can be cautious and rest and get there by the end of the 25th or the middle of the 25th. And Fithria begins on the 26th or the night of the 26th.
I still go with taking the 2 days. I mean, that
Yeah.
hasn't changed my opinion. I'd rather be well rested and stuff for whether Fithria had any play in it. I mean, I would still rather be fully rested by the time that we get to Windermere, just because we don't know what we're gonna run into and we don't know what we're gonna see.
And we still have a letter from the brothers of the Tower of Estus, right?
You do have that.
Do you guys want to stop before we go into Windermere at like the last tower before we get there? Just like check in with them, be like, hey, here's this letter thing. Your brothers by Duncaster got fucked up, and what can you tell us about the fucked up days?
Yeah. Might
Can't
as
hurt.
well.
They might have some insight.
I'm down.
It's a good idea.
Sweet.
Let's do that.
All right. So are you stopping at the first tower that you see?
No, what I have, and you guys jump in if you want to modify this, but what I had meant was like the last one before we actually get to Windermere. So like the ones who would be most likely to be close to town and know what's going on in town.
Sweet. Okay. All right. So another day on the road. Again, probably sound like a broken record here, but the days are hot, and it gets hotter. Auchendale's known for a mild climate, so even deep in the summer, you're talking maybe mid to upper 80s. And now your body thermometer is telling you that it has got to be mid to upper 90s, which really never happens in Auchendale. So the days are just brutally hot, and they last forever.
Yeah, last time we talked, it was 3 hours of night.
Yeah, we're talking days that just never fucking end. And
Northern Finland in the winter, right?
Probably even more extreme because it's actually like brutally hot, and and the sun is just oppressive. And the final day of your journey is literally unbearable. You are very glad, very, very glad that you did not try and push through in a day, because you would have just been so exhausted from the heat. Even now, having a fairly easy day on the road, you're just sweating. You're horrible. You're just a horrible mess. And it seems like you are experiencing a day that will literally never end. You are you're in the 25th of Avriel, which is the day before Fithria. And you approach Windermere. You are starting to see the great grain fields that Windermere is known for. So the south of Windermere is expansive grain fields. The east of Windermere are great grain fields, just miles upon miles upon miles of grain field. And
are they affected?
And yes, off of the Heroes Road, the blight is still there. It's not quite as strong as it was before. You think probably because the army split off and it wasn't quite as many demon bodies trotting down the road. But it's still there. It's still pervasive, and the grain fields are shriveled and barren. There's just not much there. There's still kind of a golden hue about them, because even dead wheat is golden, but it's dead.
Does it look like we caught up with these guys anymore?
No, they're still probably at least a day ahead of you, if not a little more.
Cool.
It appears, and now that you're kind of thinking about it, it doesn't appear that they stopped and camped at all. They just pushed through as though they did not need to rest at all. They just walked and walked and walked and walked. So as you got closer to Windermere, their steps got older and older and older. So they were gaining time on you as you as you made your way.
Even wow. Okay. That's
Um,
creepy. I'm gonna point that out to everybody else. Okay, guys. These guys never camp. Like, they never rest. That's fucked up.
Aren't they demons though? Like, isn't it literally like a demon army?
Yeah, but even then, like, you would think that, like, they're still corporeal. Like, they have to eat, you know? Like, they're not shadows.
They were probably eating the nutrients that they were sucking up from the plant life.
Interesting. Wonder if it
Yeah.
was literally doing that, kind of absorbing the
Chelsea.
life around them.
Chelsea, add inspiration to your character sheet.
Oh!
Ew. Boop. Yeah, I mean, it's super shitty. But, like, that's probably what happened. You know, demons are the worst, my dude.
Fair.
So it's the 25th of Avril, the day before Fithria. And
real quick, did we tell everyone? Did Marcus? Did Marcus and I tell everyone about that and about Fithria? I'm assuming we would have.
I assume so. You had couple days.
Definitely would have, especially when we were planning to stop at the
Right,
tower.
right, and taking the 2 days and
Yeah.
for sure. Cool. Tight. That was it. Sorry.
All right. The vast wheat fields outside this capital city of Windermere are sweeping. Miles in the distance, you see it, Windermere. The walls are imposing on the horizon like a giant sentinel guarding a vault of the richest of riches and the lowliest of the worthless trash. Even this far out, miles out, the air is thickening with a black, sooty smog. The outer settlement, known locally as the Dregs, is little more than an ever-expansive city of tents, makeshift shacks, and the occasional shoddy building. The general populace pays very little mind to you as they are busy working away at their menial and horrible jobs. Just a few hundred yards ahead of you, you see a tower in the style of that of the Brotherhood of Istis. On the north side of the Heroes Road, it stands among a sea of tents and shacks.
Is there like a wall around it, or is it just the tower itself?
It's just a tower. It's probably 20 feet in diameter. In diameter. 20 feet in diameter. About 50 feet tall. At the top of it is a large bell tower.
I'm assuming there's like an obvious door.
And there is one single double door right off the main road.
Let's go pound on the door.
Check it out.
Knock, knock, motherfucker.
You knock at the door. Several seconds go by, and the door slowly creaks open inward, and a bald man in orange robes greets you. Istis greets you.
It's happening.
Would you like to know the time?
We actually have some news for you from Duncaster.
Yes, Duncaster. He looks up and to the left a little bit, and kind of mouths something to himself. Yes, 5 shifts away. Yes, Duncaster. Yes, news from Duncaster. What would that be?
The Tower of Istis in Duncaster has been destroyed, and all the brothers are dead. We tried to help, but before we could stop it, the tower was destroyed. We drove out the evil that did it, but the tower was destroyed. And I'm going to hand him the letter.
Before he reaches out and grabs the letter, his zen-like stare saddens, and he looks down and reaches out to grab the letter. He doesn't even read it, and he says, I suppose the war is here. It is time.
Nailed it.
And he doesn't even read the letter. He turns on his heels and walks into the tower. Door wide open, and he heads back towards the center of the tower, where there are a couple other monks hanging out, as it were.
I
I can't hear you, buddy.
It was me. So I kind of want to creep in and kind of see what's going on.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you from walking straight in.
Cool. So I'm gonna go in and kind of listen in and just
so you
kind of
walk
check
in
up and see how they're doing.
You walk in, and the tower is more or less completely free of anything. There's a staircase winding up around the circular walls, straight up. And aside from that, there's a desk or two with some scrawlings, some roughly bound books and parchment. Several monks have started gathering in the center, where the monk that greeted you started to head to. They're mumbling amongst themselves, and aside from that, there is a single pedestal with sort of a mechanical structure with several concentric rings offset from each other. And on each metal ring is a sphere. And it looks as though the rings sort of rotate upon themselves in different directions and different axes. It's like nothing you've ever really seen before. Very, very interesting looking for sure.
I bat it with my paw.
I swat him with my tail. Swat him with my tail.
So as you bat the mechanism, the ring, the actual ring that you hit swings around very freely, as though it were on a well-greased ball bearing, and it just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, while the other rings, it's sort of because they're connected, they sort of shift, not directly, but just kind of due to inertia, they kind of swing in their own directions, and it creates a twirling vortex of a pattern And it's a little mesmerizing to you. You're not quite sure what it actually is. The monks who have gathered in the center take no note of you touching their mechanism, and they are huddled around this note. And if you don't remember the note, it was from the Tower Vistas outside of Duncaster, from about 6 days ago, five days ago, and it
4, because aren't we on the 25th?
Yes, you're on the 25th, so 4 days ago. You're towards the end of the 25th, so it's coming on
Right.
5 days. But yes, you're correct. 4. And it was talking about the Second War of the Gods. Talking about a brother Methrin who was dispatched to Windermere days ago to convene with the High Council of Istis.
That's not this, though.
This is not it. No, this is a tower that is meant to signal the chimes.
Yeah. Do we have any idea where the High Council of Istis would be?
You would assume it is within city proper, within the walls of Windermere.
We could ask them.
I mean, can we hear anything that they're saying? Are they even saying anything, or are they just kind of like standing around this note?
They're mumbling in hushed tones. You would have to be pretty close to be able to discern anything that they're saying.
Do we want to wait till they're done with their morning?
Oh, morning with a U.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still watching the spinny thing.
No, I'm gonna interrupt at this point. I mean, I'm gonna ask where it is, and I mean, I'm gonna like profusely apologize for interrupting their morning, and just say we're on a mission and we gotta get to it, you know.
So one of the monks, who is severely old, is the best way to describe it.
Severely old is the best way to describe someone.
This man is ancient. He is clearly human and clearly well over what you would think 100 years old. I mean, he's ancient. And he grabs the letter and walks towards you and hands it back to you and says, you must take this to the council. You must. Quickly.
I'm super mesmerized by his age. He's like old as shit. But yeah, I grabbed the note and I'm like, okay, where is that at?
Head to the city. The signs will point the way. Give me just a second here. Towards the center of town. Before the place of death. When time stops for man. You will find the tower.
How fast can I get this thing going?
Gale, not now.
I mean, if you sit there and just like bat it on time, like you can do a dexterity check and see if you have the timing necessary to get it going. You feel like you could get it going pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can. Like you sit there and it's whirring. You hear, and everyone hears kind of a mechanical whir, like ball bearings spinning. If you think of a skateboard wheel that's nicely lubricated, it's spinning and it's all in unison. All of these different rings spinning in different axes concentrically in a sphere. You get it going so fast that it almost appears to just be a straight sphere. And as you do that, you see a pattern emerge. And the pattern appears to be a path of sorts around like an orbit, if it were, that kind of fluctuates from one way to another. And one of the monks, finally, as you have gotten this thing moving, shuffles over and places a hand in the whirring mess and stops it where it's at.
No.
He looks at you and says, "This path is no longer valid. This mechanism is no longer valid. It is time for a new mechanism."
What does this mechanism do? What was it for?
It tells us the time. It tells us where we are in our system. It tells us our position.
And that's changing.
Yes.
Time is a river.
Well, don't forget, guys. It's
Time is not a river. Time is constant. Time is a rock. Istis knows this.
My bad, dude.
Yeah, probably not the best thing to say to, time followers. But also, like, it's the Earth's axis that's all fuckered up right now, too.
And a literal war in the heavens. And gods are apparently getting
Dying.
owned.
Do you know of the War of the Heavens?
It has been only a rumor. It's only been conjecture.
Have you seen the sun?
Have I seen the sun? That's all I see.
The moon and the sun have moved.
It is
No,
not
it
the
was-
moon and the sun that have moved.
It was the Earth's axis that flipped. So that's why shit's been acting wonky.
Right, but
It's
it looks
because-
like the sun moved, right?
Right. Remember, because I went
Yeah.
and did my weird little. I cast a spell and was able to figure that out. So
Yeah.
because I was still able to connect with my goddess, but yeah.
Yeah. Can you change your mechanism?
We must forge new rings.
You can't use the ones that you have?
We cannot. We can modify them, but we cannot use them as they are. I am not the engineer, but It has to do with the points at which the rings rotate upon themselves. The conversation has been we must shift the way, the position in which the axes are welded onto the metal. That's as much as I know.
So are we to go before the council?
We are held to this tower by time. You, it seems, must take this to the High Council.
Yeah,
This letter.
Do you see this man right here? He is devastatingly old. I feel like if he were to leave this tower, he would literally turn into ash.
Did they see Brother Mithrin when he came through?
Your cat friend is wise. We did not see Mithrin, which is why we are particularly afraid at this time.
I just smile really big. It's like, did you hear that, guys? I'm wise.
I look over and I swat my tail at his tail. I'm like, wrong cat, idiot.
That's awesome. So I think we should go try to find the Council of Istis.
We got a lot of goddamn things to do in Windermere.
Yeah, I have directions to where we need to go. So, like, yeah.
Wherever we go, I want some ball bearings.
Okay. Let's go. What are you going to do with ball bearings?
That's honestly
You
what I was
never
waiting
know.
for.
You never know.
Does no one have a burglar's kit?
I think I.
Mm-mm. Explorer's pack. That's it.
What the fuck do I
We have no rogues in this party.
Yeah.
I can double duty as a rogue. I'm super down to do that. Actually, I have the charlatan background.
No, I don't.
Disadvantage for bisexual rogues. I saw something about some post of yours about that.
That's right. Only this month, though. I have an explorer's pack, and a disguise kit, and a forgery kit.
You sound
Oh,
roguish
pack.
just from having that stuff.
No
Well,
ball
well, it's
bearings,
the-
though.
It's the charlatan background.
Okay.
Let's head into Windermere proper, it sounds like.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing.
All right. As you leave the tower, make a perception check, please.
Nice.
Crushed it.
Everyone but Dakoth and Gale notice that the general populace, again, is paying you very little attention as you walk down the road. But there are one or two people here and there that are pointing and whispering as you make your way towards the city.
Do we think that they're cat racists?
It doesn't appear that they are racist. No,
We are an interesting crew of different looking people, so
it's more that they recognize something about you.
All right. I'm gonna be like, hey, you got a fucking problem?
Jesus.
They quickly turn away and act as though they were doing absolutely nothing.
You staring
I
at
saw you.
motherfucker.
I saw you staring. I saw you whispering. You got a problem? What's up?
Okay. Oh.
You're famous.
Excuse me.
Oh no.
Follow me, follow me, follow me. He motions you over, and he hobbles over. It appears his left leg is gimp. He shuffles over to a little area that is in a clearing between several dozen tents, and he grabs towards a post, and he pulls a piece of parchment off the post and shoves a piece of parchment into your hand. He says, you're famous, they want you. Be careful going into Windermere. And it is the same wanted poster that was in Duncaster.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot we were wanted.
Yeah, that old.
Shit, that's right. Did that
We were
word get all
only-
the way over to Windermere?
We were
Well, I
only
mean,
wanted in
we,
Duncaster.
Forward-facing cloaks. Maybe we can manage. you know.
Reverse hoodies.
So I'm gonna use my disguise kit, but like actually use it accurately this time.
And I mean, I do have a big old hood that covers most of my head and at least half my face.
Yeah, I could do something about it too. Let's see.
Yeah, so I mean, as long as you make some effort into hiding your identity, you should be fine, you feel like.
I'm gonna. Well, sailors will probably still be conspicuous in town, right?
So there is a pretty heavy fish market in Windermere. It is right off of the Wintercrest River that flows into the Motion Ocean, and there is both fresh and saltwater fishing that is based out of Windermere. So there are some sailors.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to like put my sailor stuff on, and like put my hat on so my ears are covered, and try to just look like a common sailor. Unstring my bow, hide my rapier underneath my rope, that kind of stuff.
Nice. Yeah, and I'll use my my furball version of Disguise Self, which actually allows me to get up to 3 feet shorter. So I'm a nice 4'8" now.
So you're
Short
short.
stuff.
I'm pretty short, yeah. I'm short, and I'm just a cloaked traveler with a staff because I've got my traveling cloak still. So I'll keep that good and over and forward on me and everything like that. But yeah, I'm no longer that giant tree of a person that would stand out in the crowd.
Okay.
This is a big map.
The person who recognized us as famous, that seems a little problematic. Hopefully he doesn't want that reward.
So, all right.
Wait.
You are at the southeast corner of the map. Just exiting the great grain fields of Windermere. You approach, and on either side are what you have heard called the dregs. And the dregs are more or less the outer slums of the city proper. They stretch out for miles, but as you get in, it's denser and denser. Again, it's tents and shacks with the occasional solid stick-built building, but not really much in terms of solid buildings. You are now about 1,500 feet from the main gates. They loom ahead of you, 2 tall towers on either side of the Heroes Road lead into the city proper, Windermere.
Real quick, did we just like change in front of everyone?
Well, that dude had pulled us off to the side when he showed us the notice, didn't he? We were kind of off
Yeah,
to
he
the side.
he pulled you right off, like off of the map, kind of like if you were gonna say like somewhere like right off over here.
I mean, totally. I was just like putting shit away and like covering up, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I mean, so you'll know that the dregs are kind of like the shithole of Windermere, where law is not really upheld, and many of the residents don't really care about law, and they don't really care about what happens in city proper. So you kind of find yourself lucky that you were able to catch that particular person.
Did that person just go on their merry way after that, or
Yeah,
would
pretty
it be a
much.
good idea if maybe I decided 10 gold might, be in his hand when he leaves for thanks for not
He wasn't really expecting anything, but if you would like to pay him off, you can.
It could help us out in the long run and maybe keep it from biting us in the ass if he decides 500 sounds better than 10. Though, I mean, if we really are as bad as that is, that's a whole different thing. So yeah, I'll give him 10 gold and basically just be like, thank you for this information. You haven't seen us though, right?
His eyes go wide.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure he shuts the hell up.
As he holds these 10 little gold pieces in his hands. People in the dregs have never seen a piece of gold in their life, let alone 10.
Holy crap. They are poor.
His jaw is on the floor. His eyes are wide, and he's stammering and stuttering. I never seen you in my life. Thank you. Anything you need, sir. Anything you need.
Well, if we run into any trouble, it sounds like we can trust in the honor of those in the dregs then. Yes?
Oh yes. Just call for me. Call me for me. They call me Bilthan.
I'm gonna go over to him and put my hand on his shoulder and like look him straight in the face, just so he and I can hear. Bilthan, if you ever hear someone whisper the name of Master Caldrus to you, know that we are calling in a debt. Do whatever they ask. You may never hear it, but if you do, remember this day.
Master Caldrus?
Caldrus.
What do you know of Master Caldrus?
He was my sailing master. He was the captain of the ship that I worked on for years and years.
He takes both of his hands and places them on your shoulder. He says, I don't know him personally, but many of my neighbors have been touched by this man, and not in the perverted way. Any friend of Caldrus is a friend of mine.
He's a good man.
I'll sing your praise. Of course. Yes.
Okay.
Be careful with that coin, Belfan. Based on your reaction, don't want anything happening to you or your people, so do the best you can with that.
Are you kidding me? If I turned you in, that 500 gold wouldn't see me or anyone I know.
I'm glad you know that. I don't think other people would, so again, we greatly appreciate you stopping us before we walked into the city. I fear we would have had a very different experience without your stopping us there, Belfan.
It
I was kind of
seems
abrasive.
that
I don't think he had a choice.
Thankfully, you were abrasive, and then thankfully he decided not to just scamper off. So, yes, absolutely.
Nice kitty.
he kind of bows and shuffles off, pocketing the gold, sort of hiding it away in a hidden pocket so as to not draw a whole lot of attention to it.
Is everybody sufficiently different looking, so to speak? Has
I
everybody
turned
done
myself
something?
into just a tall human.
Nice.
Best I can do is a hood in my mask. I pull over my face a little bit, and I'll tuck my tail in. But
Okay, cool.
I can cast invisibility.
Nah.
Yeah, I could do the same there, and I can straight up transform into another animal at some point if I need to for wild shape. So, I think the major characteristics of our group is the number of us, which almost metagaming a little bit changes often. So I don't think they can count on that. But what they're going to probably look for is, an almost 8-foot dude and cats.
2 cats.
And a bird person, and the bird person has been gone from the group for a little while now. So long as the blatantly obvious 2 cats and tree of a man aren't all together, I think we'll probably be relatively okay with cloaks and everything. So if we get into trouble, we've got lots of stuff: invisibility, pass without trace,
I can
animal
do fog cloud
transformations.
too.
Yeah, I think we're as ready as we're going to be to walk in.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so it is 1 o'clock here in Indy. Did you want to delve into the depths of Windermere tonight? Or
goddamn right we do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm good with going or staying.
I turned that back on our humble DM here.
Yeah, he's got a gig tomorrow.
You've got that thing going on tomorrow, and if there was a stopping point, this is probably the nicest one where it's like, next time we can just jump right into the city. All of us would love to play further, but you have also extended sessions and been amazing. I think we could cut an hour short if it's going to get you some more shut-eye. So
true.
It could. Yeah. I'm just thinking that whatever we get into in Windermere is gonna be. I just don't want to cut it in the middle of something.
But that's the thing, is I don't think we're in the middle of something. I think honestly, if we were going to stop anytime soon, this would probably be the best point to.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. If we kept going, we might have to end up going right in the middle of something else. So. Yeah.
I think this is, unless we go for another hour and a half or 2.
Yeah, which then it's going a whole different direction for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is probably not a great idea for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's be adults. Let's
Matt.
Why are you complaining? You
for more than ourselves.
You're right.
Let's do that.
Okay.
So yeah, any other night I would be glad to go another 2 hours. But this particular night is not a night I can probably go for another 2 hours.
Well, there we go. If we're feeling it, the next time could be a longer session.
Yeah.
This will be good. I'm so glad we finally arrived at Windermere, though. Like, we're
Yeah.
finally here,
You're-
and this place is huge.
You stand at the gates of Windermere in your disguise kits. And it is bigger and grander than anything you've ever seen. It is absolutely gigantic.
I mean,
A
the map doesn't fit
metropolis
on the
in
page.
Yeah, seriously. Like, if you were to ballpark it, Mike, like, I'm just looking at all these little quadrants and stuff like that. Maybe you can use your little marker thing. How big would Duncaster be compared to this? Like, the size of, like, one of these little, like...
about one of the...
Holy shit, I can't even see the size on your arrow. That's so small.
Hold on.
700 feet. Holy shit.
Oh, fuck.
Like, yeah, one of the smaller little bits.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
of the
like,
little, like,
Bigger than
burrows.
Duncaster.
Like, one of the smaller blocks.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so this is pretty insane.
Yeah.
This place is huge.
How big was the island that Gale and I came from?
Estragal is
Is it?
big. It's
Yeah.
it's like probably about 2 times bigger than Auchendale.
Okay.
Damn.
But like
Uh,
the high elves also.
What's that?
The high elves? The elves? Also.
So the big city that is in Estragal, that is the big the big city in Estragal that is known as Erwindel is probably 2 times bigger than Windermere. So I don't know if either of you had been to that kingdom. But,
no, I think it was blocked off, is what we decided on.
Yeah, it's generally pretty protective of outsiders.
Right.
So you're still impressed by the size of this place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least in terms of like size and development and what have you.
Yeah, seriously. We'll be able to probably do anything we need to do while we're here, you know, right up until we start pissing people off.
Which is pretty quick.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's probably pretty quick, but, you know.
I mean, have you met us?
Right? I've got a place I need to plant some seeds. We need to find this red feather dude and give him a map that has the scrollings of a psychopath on it.
Love it.
I think
I
we're
have
supposed
no
to
issues
look at
with
one of the
impulse
items
control.
here, right? Like, isn't this where we find either the staff of Eglaine or the holy symbol of Tiamat? Isn't one of those here for our dragon friend?
The Durgan.
This is where the army came. Like, Jesus Christ, we've got so much to do here. It's gonna be legit.
There's a lot to do in Windermere. And as you stand at the gates,
So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets?
Stop that. You stop it. God, I'm glad we're stopping now.
So I know you just got to my house like a few hours ago, but I need you to fucking leave now.
you'll never shine if you don't glow.
Oh God, I quit. I quit everything.
Bicycle coming
Put your
through.
fucking hat down. I swear to God.
Mikey with the hammer.
Bicycle, I
Oh,
worship at your altar.
I
God, I
hate
love you.
everything. Good.
I don't even
hope
think
your
I
hat's
know you
broken
anymore.
forever now.
I feel like Mike just weighed his decision right there in that moment and went, Who,
Fucking-
if they quit, would be okay? Yeah, I'm gonna piss Ryan off instead.
All
right.
Yep. That's exactly what just happened.
We can lose the dragoon. Who we need is the spiritual fuckery master.
Yeah.
Ugh, shenanigans.
So
Have fun
to
losing your
close
tank.
out the session, you stand at the gates looking at this massive metropolis ahead of you, and Ducath, the keeper of the Black Dragon Stone, you feel the stone begin to warm and emit a light.
Oh,
And
shit.
that's where we'll end it.
Oh shit!
Nice
You should
cliffhanger.
should probably put
Yep.
that away.
Just walk in with this glowing beacon. Don't worry about it. Don't. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm just
Put
trying
that
to
thing back
triangulate.
there for more, so help me.
Oh man.
Or so help me. So help me.
I'm on one tonight, guys.
Oh, that's Puce.
We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll be okay.
All right.
Cool.
Crushed
Good
it.
game, guys.
Absolutely crushed it.
Nailed it.
I'm gonna throw it out there before anybody can take it. Then my gratitude has to go to Ryan and Riley, mainly because while not the most brilliant move ever in a D&D game, better yet any fantasy game, better yet anything ever,
That's what I'm here
you
for.
touched a thing you didn't fucking know about and caused us to have a really awesome fight. Like it was legit.
Yep.
So I need to thank you for, I don't know if you were channeling your character or you were sincerely curious, but yeah, that made for a very eventful situation that had it ended up done correctly, might have just been like, oh, the wall's gone and you guys are cool. So
Yeah, you know,
you-
a little bit of
exciting.
column, a little bit of column.
Yeah, so there's the gratitude right there. Is gratitude to what was a stupid, brilliant decision.
Is it your gratitude?
Gratitude for the worst, right?
Yeah, gratitude for the worst.
Would you say that it's your gratitude?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I want
Somebody's gonna get smacked.
She's there. I mean, she can hit you more than usual. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Nice little shoulder smack.
Oh my god.
Well,
Here shows my gratitude. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, god damn it.
How hard was it to muscle that out?
I'm not happy with myself.
I'm so mad.
Sounds like Chris was gonna give out some while I sit here.
Oh yeah. So thanks to that poor decision making, I got to give my gratitude to Ducath for 20 berries, bringing me back from the dead. That was awesome. You gave me
I
a
picture one of the
healing
little
boost.
containers from the grocery store. Like I handed you a plastic container of like blueberries.
Just the whole-
Yeah, here, eat these.
And I just wolf. You know, my character's impulse control. I just wolf them down right there, and felt great. Had a buzz. Yep. Yep.
I want to
Good to go.
give my gratitude to Gale because he's my cat buddy and he is quite the opposite of Sunshine, I feel like, in the fact that he has absolutely no impulse control, can't lie. Like, I think that's why they get along so well, is because they're so opposite that it just works.
Yeah. Best cat friends forever.
You guys truly are like the embodiment of cats in that they can have just two crazy different personalities in my limited cat experience.
And be BFFs at the same time.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine,
Hold on, you're muted.
you can still hear me through your microphone.
Oh my god, okay.
Mine is going to Marcus for his markedly improved influence skills.
Oh my god.
That one was on the fly too. I didn't know what the thing was on
I'm telling Lauren I don't want to move in anymore.
it.
Puns that ruin relationships. Go on.
You mean literally?
You mean literally since Ryan and I started dating?
Day one. Day one.
It's more metal if you don't practice.
See? He just gets it.
Nailed it.
Like Jesus to the cross.
My gratitude will also go to Rick and Marcus for throwing in the little deep cut about Istis. The letter from Istis. I think it had probably gone by the wayside because of a lot of the stuff that had happened. So bringing that back into the story was awesome.
That's legit.
Thanks. And my gratitude for this evening has to go to Chris for the just bafflement of not being able to hit this giant centipede bleeding fire on top of him, and remembering, oh yeah, I got inspiration, I can totally do this, and then coming through and not letting being dead deter him from coming back out and dealing some serious damage after he was brought back to life. So
Quite true.
Thanks
Quite
for
true.
quick recovery.
Yes, quite.
Having been dead before in other games, like not in real life, but in other games.
I'm glad you clarified. I was like, oh, damn, Rick's been through some shit.
This one
You know,
time.
it's tough to come back and still bring the pain after you've been knocked the fuck out.
Quite true. Quite true.
Well, you know, I appreciate that we've got a team that doesn't like run away once someone's been eaten. You're like, oh crap.
Oh.
Yeah, and the way
Maybe
that
we
thing was
should,
hitting like a truck, or at least trying to, like,
I mean,
Yeah.
it could have happened.
Like, I don't think you could have held all those dice in one pair of hands. Like, you're literally throwing more dice than you could hold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was, if I remember correctly here, to give you an idea of what you were up against here, it was 6d10 plus 7.
Oof.
Plus
Jesus.
3d6 of fire damage.
Yeah.
So it was 6d10 plus 3d6.
Fuckity yuck.
That just reminds me then
Exactly.
too, like extending my gratitude I already gave to Riley. Way to fucking be awesome with that shit. Your AC being
Way
up
to-
there, man. Like you broke his teeth twice when he was
Yeah.
gonna do like over 40 damage to you.
Yeah.
Way to
Tried
tank the
twice.
shit
And
out of
you were
that.
like, ting. Yeah, and I was thinking about hasting you early on, and then I decided, no, Fairy Fire would probably be the better idea to give everybody advantage. And geez,
For
dude, you
sure.
just
Yeah.
that was sweet. That was a great fight.
Dude,
like I said, thanks
yeah,
to your
no.
stupid brilliance, but great fight.
Fairy Fire was such a good choice on that, dude. Like,
That worked
I'm
out well
so-
just to let us all get our hits, like at least try
Yeah.
to get up to land.
And I love the idea
Yeah,
of a
sure was
Remora
right.
glowing purple.
I was
Mike,
amazed by an
thought-
ice creature with a fire like inside of it.
Yeah.
That was insane.
oh yeah,
So, yeah, I
that
thought-
was really neat.
I thought it was funny when you kind of broke the fourth wall a little bit and you were like, and the Remora is just stunned that it can't kill another character.
Yeah.
It's like I normally wipe everyone out.
What is this?
Well done, Riley. Well done.
I normally just eat these little puny humans. That was
Sucker.
awesome. That was awesome.
The wrong team.
Damn right you did.
All right. Time to let Mike try to get a little extra sleep then.
All right, folks.
Yeah.
Peace
Ready.
out, Girl Scouts.
It's been
It's
a
been
pleasure
real.
as always.
Make sure you hit
Bye.
stop on Zencaster so we get everything up to you, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just make sure you let that thing go, guys. You know the drill.
All right, it should be up.
Yeah, I think all of us will be pretty quick.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
going.
Uploading MP3.
Cool.
Beautiful. Nice. All right. Well, good night, everybody. Talk to you all in person,
Yeah.
so to speak, in
In
2
a
weeks.
couple
But
weeks.
have a good one.
All right,
Bye,
thank
everybody.
you all.
Bye.
Bye.